So we're standing right now on stage 10 at Sky Elstree Studios. In the background, we have our temple interior set made of wood and plaster and steel. We do all of this by hand, and we carve every little bit of foam that you see behind us and bring it up to this level. One thing that we really wanted to impress was this idea of time has kind of taken over here.
Maybe we should make this quick, huh?
You want to still feel like those root systems are crawling into every little corner, or that the stonework that we did in Thailand is applied exactly to the stonework that we do here on our stage. You can see moss kind of growing up the sides of all these pillars and water damage.
And they changed the way that they were doing it through a hose to like a brass or filament. There was like water leaking from the roof.
We've rigged it with sprinkler systems, so water can kind of cascade down like rain. We've got this beautiful kind of sunlight kind of beaming through all these little holes to give it a very kind of a natural vibe.
The temple set, it's like one of those moments where you feel like, oh my, they're doing a little homage to all of Spielberg's films, especially when Loomis was holding the egg and the light was shining in. I was like, wait a minute, which movie we shooting again?
So welcome officially to Colossal Labs. This is the most advanced genetics lab, arguably in the world, and we definitely spare no expense in the process.
This is the real Jurassic Park, isn't it?
I think it's Jurassic Park with a conservation focus.
You don't see that every day.
Or ever.
What is it like, to be the steward of like this next chapter of something that means so much to so many people? Jurassic Park inspired so many scientists in this building, in this lab, saw that movie growing up and thought science is cool, genetics is cool.
The second you're stood, in the middle of Thailand, holding the camera, there's gonna be a dinosaur over there, and Scarlett Johansson. There's something about it that just feels like, no, this is what I grew up thinking the world would be. When you're a kid, you're promised so much through science fiction and films, and you're like, where's my jetpack? We're not living on the moon.
Yeah, where's my vacations to Venus?
Yeah, and I feel like genetically engineering an extinct animal felt like it was one of those, right? Your choice was, well, let's change the world, right, and make it happen. Woo! So when we were in the edit of Jurassic World Rebirth, front page news happened around the whole world about the de-extinction of the direwolf, which is basically your life's work slightly, right?
It created this like insane excitement around the world for not just direwolves, but also for wolf conservation and everything. And it was amazing to see the reaction in terms of just like this major scientific achievement that we were all sharing together. But we're losing species at such a insane rate that being able to at least back them up and protect them while developing technologies for de-extinction is just a redundancy plan for conservation.
In our movie, the idea is the characters are going to this island to get this DNA samples from the world's largest dinosaurs that can help cure heart disease. So that's not that far-fetched.
There's hidden cures and hidden data in all these different species that we're losing. So it's definitely not that far-fetched.
You're really de-extincting species. Like even this behind us, right? This is a mammoth in ice.
So Colossal is arguably the #1 genetic engineering company in the world. People think that this is what we do. They just go out to Siberia and get massive frozen mammoths and resuscitate them or something, right? And as we go this way, you'll learn a little bit about the process. We actually use a combination of bones and teeth that we drill into.
So say you've got all those samples, right? You use it to compare to an existing species.
You identify the most important genes of its closest living relatives. We want to resurrect the core phenotypes or physical attributes like what made a mammoth a mammoth. So you're looking at mammoth hairs growing from the edits that we've put into Asian elephant tissue, and you can actually grow specific hair types. Right? Your film's about dinosaurs, right?
Right. Is that a possibility? Is there a path towards it?
You can't get dino DNA. Amber, believe it or not, is very porous. It doesn't hold DNA. But if you took advanced genetic engineering, advanced computational models, you had an avian genomics group do trait engineering, you created synthetic eggs. I think you'll have dinosaur equivalents in the next 100 years using these tools, just a more advanced version of these tools.
You're a very impressive nerd, Henry.
If you could bring back any dinosaur, what would you bring back?
The one that's going to get all the tourists is going to be the T-Rex.
Yeah.
It's also going to go very wrong. Might well escape. it'll work out in the end. It would make a really cool movie.
Yeah. Over some time period, whether that's 5 years or 20 years, we at Colossal will be able to engineer nearly anything. Like, I think that genetic engineering, computational analysis, and the access to compute and more compute will give us the ability to truly create new forms of life. But that doesn't mean we should.
Your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
Our goal is to create de-extinction, to build technologies that can help human healthcare.
If we get this DNA, millions of lives are saved.
As well as subsidize all those technologies for conservation. If we can build a company that builds technologies to advance species preservation, then I think we have done our job.
And I do advise you to start building some 10,000 volt fences, just to be on the safe side.
Just to be on the safe side.
Thank you for clicking on our video, everybody. If you like what you saw here, please make sure you like the video and subscribe and share with your friends who like this sort of content. Joblo remains an independent company, and we appreciate all of your support.